Today we're on the Harvest Moon Trail just outside of Bridgetown. It's kind of a frequent walk for us, but it's a nice pretty walk in the wintertime. They've recently cut the trail back, limbed it back for better visibility for the snowmobilers and ATV users and whatnot, and just so they can see what's coming up a little bit better around corners and everything. It takes a little bit away from it if you're just a walker, but I can see the whole function of it. The safety and everything, but I do miss it when all the trees were just bowed right over. This was like walking through a tunnel. Abby's making sure to stop and smell pretty much everything. Cooper just wants to walk, and oh, now he's stuck on something. That's a nice little walk. It's wide open, so to speak. You're right on the valley floor. Not a lot of traffic, especially with this kind of snow cover. There's not going to be a lot of snowmobile. It's not enough yet. So it's a good time to kind of take advantage of it before it starts getting hit by the snowmobile clubs. But it's brisk today, I'll tell you. It's -10. I'm not sure really what that is in Fahrenheit. I'll look it up after. I'll put it on the screen. You get that and add a little tiny breeze on it. Keeps you nice and awake. Cooper, buddy, you gotta stay out of my feet. Once I get a little ways up here further, I'll be able to unclip him probably, and then he can have a little more freedom. She kind of dominates stuff for a little bit. We were only about 100 feet from the Jeep when I started the video, so she's still very much excited that she's getting her winter walk. Just cuts them off. We very much know who runs their marriage. Little Miss Abby. She's pulling me along like I'm a Swedish milk crate. In a minute or so she'll calm down and settle in. Hopefully I'm not frozen to a brick by then. Days like this, it's too nice to sit home, regardless of how cold it might be or seem at the time. I always regret letting days like this slip away if I'm inside. Leading up to Christmas, I had quite a cold bug that I was going through. it was hard to get out. I didn't even do a couple driving videos, even though I was going to be by myself and whatnot. But like I say, some of them days when the trees are bowed down with all the snow heavy on them, and it looks like it's something right out of a Christmas card. You kind of take a swig of Buckley's and you go again. But it definitely slowed down the festivities, I guess, and I had a few more things planned that I wanted to do surrounded by Christmas, and a couple walks through some of the bigger towns up the valley that were decorated nicely. I just didn't get to do because I wanted to do them at nighttime for the lights, and yeah, sometimes things just don't always add up or tally up the way you're figuring them, but I guess that's why we're out here today. Make the best of it while we can before another day might bite us in the ankles. Alright. Abby, honey, can you come here? Hey. She's like, I am here. Abby. Here you go, honey. Instantly got to get that 9 feet separation. I'm sorry I've been holding you back so much in life. Oh, she's funny. She's a good girl. Abby, sweetie, come. Leave it. She's fun, but she listens. She just cuts him off. She rolls him. It's so funny. What a gorgeous day, though. Let's go. Yeah, you're gonna mark your territory. You don't want them coyotes taking it. Yeah, something happened here. Yeah, something went down. A bunny or something. Yeah, that's sad to think about. But down here, I just live a short distance away from here, but you can hear down through here in the nighttime. It gets pretty lively. Excuse me. A little indigestion there. A little hiccup. Oh, wouldn't that be a nice little spot for a skate? Hey? Yeah. Hopefully this is working out good. I got you on my chest. I got a chest mount. So we'll try that. That way, when I am out with the dogs and whatnot, and I can take them on a few more adventures with me and handle them properly instead of having one hand tied up with the camera and trying to do things that push the limits of keeping my dogs safe in the event of something, you know. the camera would get dropped, but it's not something I want to do. But it took a while to get here. I'm glad I got it. So we're testing it out, and hopefully it turns out well. I did this before, and the way that I had it kind of geared up on my own making it, just it didn't work. The camera couldn't maintain stability. It looked like I was on a dune buggy race or something, bouncing all over the place. Hopefully this is a little better. Oh, she's happy. Elsa the ice queen. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right on the valley floor, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful view. He likes to get up there, get his smells. I think part of it's just because he gets to get away from Abby for 5 minutes. Oh, the Annapolis River is freezing over. This would be the more brackish end of it. We're up past the causeway, the Annapolis Causeway. So this portion of it is still quite brackish. Once you get up further past Bridgetown into Lawrencetown Way, you start losing the salt, getting into more fresh, starts thinning up. The river starts thinning up quite a bit, doesn't it, buddy? Doesn't it, buddy? Oh, he loves it. 13 years old, trucking on like nothing. He loves this walk. We used to do this walk with his older brother. Abby, come. But we lost him at 14 years. But we made the best every day. The last 3 months of it weren't very fun. But Cooper! Oh shoot. Alright, we're gonna have to pick up spaces. Attaboy. Attaboy. Ah, good boy. He says, alright, cool, you're coming, I'm going. What a turkey. But yeah, it was a little challenging. So we try to make this little journey as much as we can, because for me and Cooper and his brother, it was one of our favorite little spots, one of our favorite little walks. And yeah, we try to walk it a lot because we like to think about him. And if you're wondering, it is true. They send you your next dog. They know what you need. I might have questioned it a little bit at first, but Abby was definitely the dog we needed. And Cooper, it took him a little while to warm up. But yeah, she's been exactly what he's needed. I don't think any of us needed her while she was in land shark phase, but I guess that's a Bernese thing. Which I won't really question. But yeah. Oh, what a turkey. He's trucking it though. I love to see it. Coop! Come on, buddy! He's a little hard of hearing. Not so much hard of hearing, it's more selective hearing, but yeah. And if you're wondering why I might have been letting him go a little bit further up, is, I mean, in all honesty, he's 13. He's not gonna get very far. He has breathing stuff, and yeah, he'd get winded before he'd get away from me. Let's just put it there. So I let him have a little bit of freedom and know that chances are part of this walk I'll probably carry him back. But neither one of us mind that. Some days he'll make it, and some days we'll take a few more breaks, and some days Dad will pick him up and carry him like he was 8 weeks old for a couple 100 feet, and then he miraculously gets the boost of a life, and off he goes. Part of me thinks he's just looking for that little pick up and carry. Yeah, I don't mind doing it. Abby. She's the one I worry about, and she's pretty good. She's done a few classes of obedience. She might play a little bit of games every now and then, try to see what she can get away with, but I can probably count on my hands, on my fingers, the amount of times I've had to say a command the third time. You don't get there. She knows that if she doesn't come, she's not going to get her treat or her reward, and to her that treat or reward is, I think, the whole purpose. I think that's her whole day. Let's try to push the limit so Dad can tell me something to do so that I can get a treat. And then we rinse, wash, and repeat that all day. Hey. Huh? Hard not to love that. Oh, what a unit. Absolute unit. We used to do easily double this, what we're gonna do today. We used to do double that. We used to go all the way to the, what would be the big Britex, the old Britex factory. For anybody that's been through Annapolis or familiar with the with the area, that's the that's the building outside of Bridgetown. The big orange and white ball on top of it. When we was kids, it always made us think of a golf tee and a golf ball on top of the tee. I always looked at it. Just kind of wondered. As a kid, I didn't know what it was. Every time we went to hockey practice, you just kind of stared at it. Wasn't much else to stare at around here except for trees. Trees and some snow when he was a kid. So something like that standing well above the tree line, and that kind of draws your attention. Oh, the river's doing quite a bit of cracking. The ice is groaning as the sun starts hitting it. Oh, something just let go up here. The tide maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked at the tide schedule, but this section would be when the gates and stuff are in use at the causeway where the hydropower plant is. When they're not using those, this would be subject to a bit of tide flow. And even when they are using them, they have to let the water in and out just to maintain the health of the body of water, really. So it's not just a dammed up section. They got to allow fish passage and whatnot. So yeah, you can see where the water's been up to, and how far down the shelf is, how far down the ice level is going up and down each day. Happy. What are you doing, sweetie? Oh, getting all kinds of squeaks. When she... Cooper! Hey! Oh, buddy. Coop! Come! Oh, my. Come on, buddy! We're turning around. He's like, no, we're not. We're going. But that was the bridge that I aimed to go to. Cooper! Hey! Hey! Cooper! Well, now that that's happened and I've chased him down, well, not chased him down, he was sniffing and wouldn't acknowledge me. Oh, buddy. You put me in a predicament. As you can hear, I'm kind of not short of breath, but yeah, I'm catching it. He just was sauntering along, just... It's kind of... Our last dog, he did the same kind of thing. It's not it's not so much disobeying. I don't think it's just like, you know, I'm 13. I'm doing this. I'm gonna walk an extra 50 feet, and yeah, you can come get me. He just don't really. He knows he should listen, he just doesn't really care sometimes. Doesn't really care too. Come here, bud. Coop. Come here. Come on. Oh, buddy. Yeah. He says, I just want to go along. I don't really like to stop. I just like to go along and have my happy thoughts and have a little wiggle bum and a bounce in my step, and I keep on going. And I don't like Dad to stop me, because then I gotta start again. Yeah. Isn't he? And then you get old Blitzkrieg over here, just crazy. She's like, hit him with speed and go fast. That's her. She's just going nuts. Every day, all day. She seizes all the moments. That's about all you can say for that one. But it's a nice spot. We like to come to it. That's the... There used to be a sign there. It used to be Bloody Creek Bridge. It's Bloody Creek Bridge. Yeah. We always came and took a picture of the dogs. I take one every year on the same day. We come back, and I'll probably bring you along on that walk too. Probably be a little bit nicer. Some flowers. A field of hay, full, waiting to be cut. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be back. Oh, Abby. How cute is she? Huh? Tell me. Oh, yeah. Well, She's less cute with that big gob of spit above her eye, but see, now that we're on our way back, he's had all the first goes at the sniffs. He's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm in no hurry to go home. So he'll be dragging heel most of the way, because like I say, he's just kind of fighting the urge to go home. It's not, I know it's where I have to go. I know it's where my food bowl is. Oh. We'll get up here. We'll get up here in the dirt, and Dad will clean your paws off a little better. We'll have a little lay down, and we'll go again. Yeah. Oh, he's so funny. His little butt wiggle. He gets a little trot on. He's a handsome man. He's my handsome Cooper. Hey, bud. Coop. No recognition at all. I know you can hear me, dude. I know you can hear me. You the fool. What are you doing, honey? Come in for a body check. Oop. Body check and it get gone. She looked like me going up through here as a teenager on a four-wheeler. Side to side. Doing everything I can do to control the rear end. Or not control it. Let's be honest. He's on the scent of something. Coyote must have peed there or something. Yeah. Let's go, bud. Oh my. At least I caught my breath from chasing him down. What a stinker. Just as soon as I'm done saying, like, he ain't gonna get very far, which he doesn't. He don't get far. But I mean, hey, I'm bundled up. Like, it's cold. Ain't nobody gotta be jogging. Especially this guy. Oh, I probably do need to be jogging. I just wasn't on today's plan. I'll be honest with you. Hey, come here, bud. Let Dad get your paw and get your paw cleaned up. Let's do it. Oh yeah, you got a couple little snowballs on there. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, you got some snowballs on your old feet. Happy. Careful. Making sure he's okay. Easy. I'm surprised she hasn't been squeaking. Usually when she's when she's in the snow and she gets eating some snow and whatnot, she sounds like a car, a turbo engine blowing off. Hey, buddy. Well, that was a little weird. Koopy just had a little... Yeah. Oh, bud. Sometimes he has when we're doing stuff, he'll get a little winded, or he'll have like a cough. And yeah, he just got coughing and made himself sick. Abby, over here. So we're happy that we're on our way back. Come on, bud. Over here. Come on, Coop. He seems to be fine now, but I don't know. A little alarming. As you can see, like he seems A1 right now. Again, but it was just weird. I was cleaning his paws there, and I stood up to move around to go the other way, and he, yeah. Hopefully it's nothing. Come on, hey. You're going the wrong way, bud. You need to go towards the Jeep. Let's go. He's like, no, I'm good now. He says, I'm all good now. Here I am, half worried, you know, not half worried, but worried, concerned. And he's just like, now let's go back to the bridge. A couple extra things I'd like to smell there. He's quite a guy. I got to check something. Okay. Just had to make sure it was still filming. My remote just blinked off, so that battery went. Like I say, it's kind of cold. The batteries aren't gonna... Abby, hey, good girl. See, she recalls pretty well. But I think that's in the Berners' nature. They love their human, and even though I'm the spare human for sure, I'm most definitely the spare human. My wife is her go-to. But in my opinion, it's because I'm with her more, so it's like my time isn't as valued, I guess, is how I break it down and make myself feel better about it. My wife does 12-hour shifts, so when she's home, it's her time is more valuable and hurt, in my opinion, for the dogs. They make the most of it when she's here and with them, and it's kind of, yeah, Dad will be there on Saturday, he'll be there Sunday, he's gonna be there again on Monday, woohoo. So but when Mom's there, it's like, break out the parade, hit the streamers, put up a banner. It's a party day. Gotta love being the spare. Gotta love being the spare human. Oh, here he comes. Just a trucking. Years ago, there used to be a connection. There used to be a bridge that you could cross and get down to here from my house. That's gone. Used to be way too way too easy. I could just leave the back door and walk down the field. And I'll never forget the year we had a massive blizzard. And to walk down here, it was, I'll probably never get a winter like that again in my lifetime here, living here. But it was just a couple years before our last dog passed, and I'm glad that it happened. I'm glad we got that winter, because we had a massive blizzard, and then that evening, right following the blizzard without any interruption, was a huge freezing rainstorm. And you could walk on the snow. It was just like concrete. I was in the middle of the farm field, and the farm field, I didn't have to open the gate. That was off limits. You couldn't open the gate because it was buried. But what we could do is we just walked right over top of it, because there wasn't none of it showing. The only portion that was shown was about the other 6 feet of the 12-foot pole. And it was awesome. You could just, it was like walking on AstroTurf or just walking down a rink. The dogs loved it. And I'll never forget that winter. After that, he started showing signs of old age, and then so we shortened things up, and a couple winters after that, no, not a couple winters, it was the next winter. The next winter after that, we had a nice time up until Christmas, and then we had a bad surprise. I'll never forget it, really. It was the 21st of January, and we got a fresh powder of snow, a fresh fall of snow, just kind of like what we have today. A little bit deeper. And we were walking up on the tracks on this here that we call them the tracks, the locals call them the tracks. It's the Harvest Moon Trail. Used to be it's the abandoned railway tracks. And we were walking on this trail up and behind the Bridgetown High School, and it's just a 2 kilometer up and back, and not a lot. And he started limping. And we did that walk thousands of times. You know, we did that walk a lot. So it was concerning. I checked his paws and stuff, and there was nothing, like he didn't get a piece of glass or anything like that. He didn't have ice in his paws or nothing like that. It was something else, but it was his front shoulder. And after that day, actually I had to carry him back. I carried him back to the Jeep. I put him down every now and then, and he favored it, so I just kept walking him back in my arms. And yeah, that was the last time we got out on the trails. We went for a checkup after that, and we found out that he had quite a large tumor, that it was being pretty aggressive. It had got to where it was within a short amount of time, and yeah, we found that out in February, and by the end of April, he was gone. Still pretty hard for me. Anybody that I mean, I'm mid-40s. I don't have children. It's not really the choice that we made. It was just that's how the cards fell. And he was very much what you'd call and consider your soul dog. Hippie, come here. She puts us, oh honey, she body checked you. She body checked you, buddy. Yeah, what a meanie. So he was very much my soul dog. I didn't even have to speak words with him. It was just eyesight. He's part golden retriever, purebred, a long lineage of purebred golden retriever, and a purebred German Shepherd. And he was brilliant. He was brilliant. He was loyal. He had beautiful markings because he had the coat of a golden, so like a light tan golden, and he had all the highlights on the shoulders of the German Shepherd. So it was, people would stop and just kind of, he was very handsome, and he had just something extra about him that made people ask if he was purebred or just what. It's just something different about his coat, and that's what it was. It was the markings of the German Shepherd subtly showing through. But January 21st, that was the last walk we had on the trail. And Cooper very much mourned him for a long time. I think he mourned him for the better part of 2 years. He still does when you don't keep him busy. But there wasn't a day. There wasn't a day that we weren't all together doing something, having some kind of adventure, or paddling in the kayak. And that was one thing about him. He would sit right in the middle of my kayak with me, and Cooper will jump out. He wants to. He doesn't like the balance that much, like, but he'd rather swim. But his older brother would sit right in the kayak in between my knees, and we'd paddle around, go fishing. You'd cast right over top of his little head. He'd just sit there smiling, loving life. I'll put a picture of him here. It's one of my favorite pictures. We have many great afternoons and evenings on the beach, and boat rides and truck rides. And I wish I had the Jeep when he was around. He would have loved it. But now we try to make a few walks to his favorite places, and we think about him quite often, and we keep going. But losing him was hard. It was definitely hard. You're still going, buddy. That has got to be one of the most pretty coats I've ever seen. His red just glows. I love it. He looks so much like a Nova Scotian duck toller, though. But he's golden retriever and a little bit of spaniel. I believe it is. My wife will probably correct me in the comments, maybe. I don't know. Maybe she watches these videos. Maybe she don't. I doubt it. She probably gets her fill of me through the day. It's a beautiful day, though. I hate for it to be over. Not the day, I guess, just the walk is getting close to being over. The hike. The walk. It's not much of a hike. It's too flat to be a hike. A winter stroll. Oh my, what a day. Perfect day just to walk and think and enjoy the blue sky and the fresh air. Get a couple nice deep breaths. It's not such a bad walk when it's to your back. The first half, when we were on our way to Bloody Creek Bridge, that was brisk. I'm not gonna lie. there was a little snap to that wind. It's coming out of the west. Usually the wind in the west is quite raw. My grandfather and a lot of fishermen always said a westerly wind is a lazy wind, and by that they meant it's a wind that would rather go through you than around you. And that's pretty much what it feels like when you're heading right to a westerly wind. It feels like it's just going right through you. It goes into your bones. It sucks the heat right out of you. It's one of those colds that you go in and you sit by the fire and it takes 10-15 minutes for it to come out of your core. Because it pulls the heat right out of your body. Yeah. Gotta love a westerly wind on top of the snow. Insert sarcasm right there. Right there. Anyway, I thought I'd do something a little different today. It was too nice of a day to sit home or necessarily just kind of cruise around in the Jeep. It's soon going to be time to go check on the lake though. A couple more days like this with -7, -10, you know. A few more days like this and some of that ice on a few lakes will be worth trusting. Throw the skates on. Go show you that I don't still got it. Yeah, you'd have to have it in order to still have it, or to have lost it. I always like trying to get up to some of the lakes and go for a skate. There's quite a few lakes around here that actually get cleared off. People take the time. Back when we were younger, it would they would always get just demolished by skidooers and whatnot. But now there's a lot more of a trail system and everything for the skidooers and everything, and I think that's definitely helped out with that situation. You got so much more opportunity to keep busy on the trails there, so that you're not out on the middle of a lake. And I think people have gotten a little more wise to the risks of that, and there's been a few tragedies over the years, and yeah, it's nice that they have the trail system to be able to ride. All right, Abby, we're getting close to where we might reach up with people and whatnot, so we'll put the straps back on you guys. This is why I like having the chest harness, because in other times it would be quite an ordeal. Honey, come. Abby, come. Abby. That a good girl. No, hey, come. Stay. Shoot. Hey, slow. Good boy. Let's go. Oh, there. They are locked and loaded. It's just a short, simple little walk on a bright afternoon. Maybe I got a little tan on my cheeks. They could probably stand a break. I get enough sun in the summertime. My wife will be getting mad at me. I always forget my sunscreen. I don't know. I just hate feeling like an oiled up wrestler. Middle of the summer and you feel like you've been dipped in an oil slick. Am I the only person that's like that? I know it's you know, it's one of those things you gotta do to be safe, but sunscreen, it drives me nuts. It does. It makes me feel like I'm just dipped in a fat of Crisco. Anyway, this is where we're going to end it. Thank you so much for coming along. Hopefully I get to do some more days like this with these guys and bring you guys along for the journey.